Hey everyone. Um, Not really sure where to start today. Some stuff happened recently that I want to talk about, but I guess I'm not going to. It's kind of personal, but yeah. Anyway, so what has happened has basically caused a shift in my plans and where I'm going to be going and what I'm going to be doing with my life. Um, For those of you who don't watch my channel, I have Schizoaffective and I vlog about my daily bullshit occasionally. Anyway, uh, and just the stuff that I've experienced with it. So, anyway, back to what's going on now. I am 34. I just turned 34 on the 10th of November, and I'm staying with family. I've been staying with family for a year now, and yeah, I know there's people out there. Oh my God, you're 34? You're living with your family? Oh God, what's wrong with you? Deal with it. Yeah, my life's kind of in a shitty spot right now, so yeah. Anyway, so I've been staying with her, well, my mom, I'll just say I've been staying with my mom, and I came here originally, with my boyfriend, and he left, and then there's been some weird stuff. And so anyway, I was planning on going back to Washington to live with him, but that's not going to happen anymore. And I've just kind of, um, it's weird because I was working on myself before this change that's happened recently, and you know, I don't know. So it's just, I guess it's just going to magnify it and intensify it. And it's just weird because I'm 34, and it's like, I was so focused on um, my previous life, or whatever you want to call it, because things have changed now, um, that, I really wasn't doing anything for myself, or learning new things, or just, in general, I wasn't interested in anything. And it wasn't just that. I mean, it's sometimes I get depressed and I do have interests, but then they just, they come and go, and I don't really stick to them. I've tried. I have like an art page that I mess with occasionally, and there's other things that I want to do, but I usually don't have money to do that, or my money would be going towards something else. So I'm gonna try to actually. I guess what I'm saying is I'm trying to figure out what I actually like and what I want to do. um, I don't know why I'm telling the world this. I mean, I know it's not the world, but this is going on the internet. I'm just thinking about this as I'm talking about it. It's like there could be a shit ton of people watching this video someday, and they're gonna be like, "Wow, this chick's weird. She's telling everybody what she's trying to do." Anyway, so I guess that's out there. I could always delete it later. I don't know. Maybe somebody's downloading these. But anyway, so there's other things that I did previously off and on that I might try to get back into. I really would like to get into collage, and like really hardcore. I'm not talking like, oh, this is, I have a few things cut out and put on a piece of paper. I want to like get real detailed, make shadow boxes out of them, and maybe even put some kind of resin layer over them, or frame them in some kind of, like I said, shadow box. I don't know, but I really want to just like collage everything. I know that's weird, but I think it would be pretty fucking awesome. And I like drawing, but I kind of suck at it, so I'm going to keep doing that, but I would like to try other things. And I tried, it's weird. I guess I feel like I have to prove that I do have interest, and that I was interested in things, because, I felt like someone was telling me that, that I was just some kind of like Netflix junkie, which I am in a way. But, there was things I was interested in, and I'm still interested in. It's just I have, phases where I stop giving a shit about everything. So, yeah. I don't know, maybe this change will be good for me because then I can get back into that stuff and maybe, you know, figure that out. But yeah, I mean, I was trying to learn French online for a while. I downloaded, this program, oh, yeah. I can't say the name of the program because I downloaded it for free. And, yeah, anyway, it was interesting, and I maybe learned, like, a few things here and there, completely forgot them now. I mean, maybe if I, uh, oh my god, I can't remember any of it. I think, what's weird is I think block is white. So Blanc, I think it's pronounced. I don't know. Yeah, I completely forgot. See, I have a short-term memory problem. But anyway, so if I ever try to learn a new language, it's gonna take forever. But anyway, I might go back into French. I want to learn how to play piano, but I can't really get a piano, so I might get some kind of tracker program or um uh something like that. And then there's the whole like education thing. Besides, you know, learning another language, there's a lot of things that I haven't achieved for multiple reasons. You know, I don't have a GED. I don't have a high school diploma, and I went to college for a short while though. But I just never got that, and so I might try to get that. And then from there, I think I'm going to try to work with a program to try to get me some kind of work because it bums me out to know that there are people who are younger than me right now who are achieving these huge goals and, you know, have these really awesome things going. And I'm just kind of, I'm undereducated and I'm poor and I'm, you know, I'm kind of sick of it. And, you know, I should have been working on this stuff in my previous life or whatever you want to call it, before everything changed. I should have been working on this, and I know that was part of my problem, but um, I was off and on. But yeah. So anyway, I guess this is all stuff that I'm gonna try to deal with and work on now. And just because I'm saying I'm gonna do it doesn't mean I'll completely follow through with it. That is part of my fucking problem. So, hey, if anybody can see back there, that's Gracie. That's my mom's cat. She's gone. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so I have a lot of shit I have to do, and I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also horrified at the same time because these are things that I've been dealing with off and on since high school, middle school. You know, things that I have been scared to do, and you know, part of it is I have social anxiety, so that's, you know, I'm way, I would say that I was worse in my early 20s, but now I've kind of broken through it a little bit, and I'm trying to push past my fear and go do things that I normally wouldn't do by myself. And um, yeah, so that's been interesting. It's still really awkward, and I still have all this bullshit going on in my head the whole time. Where it's like, oh, what did you say to that person? Why'd you say that? That doesn't, you know, that's weird. Oh, that person's responding to you awkwardly, or you think they are, so, you know, blah, blah, blah. I mean, there's all this weird shit that's going on in my head anytime I talk to anyone. It's constant BS, just, and I'm sick of it. I hate it, dude. It's like, you know, you want to be normal and socialize, and then you have this fucking shithead fucker in your head just talking shit 24/7. I suppose I should have gone about saying that in a more polite manner, but oh well. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's not fun, and I think the only way that I'm going to get rid of it is if I actually socialize and interact with human beings, even though I kind of hate them because they suck. uh, and yeah. But I mean, that's part of, that's part of life. People actually need human interaction. It's something that's needed. So whether I like it or not, I'm gonna have to fucking do it. It's weird because there's all these stupid things that I've been wanting to do for years, like, and I never went to do it because I couldn't get anybody to go do this with me. So it's gonna be weird trying to push myself to do things that, yeah, like, okay, I've wanted to play board games for years, like go to some, board game club or something and hang out with a bunch of board game folks, you know. Um, and I've always been paranoid about going because I mean, when you have social anxiety and you're slightly undereducated, you go in and there's these people who probably are pretty smart and already know how to play most of these games, and they're gonna be, you have no clue, So I'm just, there's a million things going on in my head about how that could go, and yeah, so that's one of the things that I'm probably gonna make myself do, even though, yeah, just talking about it freaks me out. Most people are like, "Oh, it's just board games, you weirdo!" Like, God, and I'm just like, not quite, but yeah, so. I'm excited, like I said, but I'm really scared. And, I need to figure out after I, get the whole GED thing down, what kind of, if I'm going to go back to work, how much I'm going to work, because, I mean, I still have, it's weird because what goes on with me is stressors, things that are normal to everyday people stress me the fuck out. So I'll go run a few errands in one day, and for some reason doing all those errands in one day makes me extremely agitated. And when I continue to do that, it makes me mentally unstable, and I start having outbursts, and I'm extremely emotional, and sometimes I will hear or see things if it gets too overwhelming. And so, yeah, so I'm just saying, if I do go back to working, I'm trying to figure out if there's a way I can, like, ease into it, and I think that Voc Rehab or something like that would help with that, but I've tried that before too. And it was really disappointing because they did give me everything I needed to try to work, but I couldn't do it. It was, actually it's really depressing. I don't want to talk about it, but, it was weird because they gave me, like I said, everything. They gave me, clothing. I went to a class. I started taking, it was like on the job training for massage therapy. And I was doing it, and then I started to realize I have anxiety really fucking bad, and I'm trying to get up in somebody's personal bubble. There is no way I can, no. And it was horrifying, and I hated it, and yeah. So next time I try to figure out what I want to do for a living, it's definitely going to take a little bit more time before I just jump into it. And yeah, and there's, so yeah, that's going to be interesting. But, so yeah, it's weird. I feel like a kid, but I also feel like a really old person stuck in this awkward situation where it's like, I'm starting all this stuff over and I'm trying to learn new things and do things differently, but I'm also 34, so I look like this old person who should have their shit together, and I totally do not. So, yeah, this is a really weird place to be in. And I'm scared. And I'm just saying the same shit over and over again. Anyway, apparently my dog is frustrated with his tail. He's over here trying to eat it. But, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with me right now. And yeah, so I'm figuring out what I like. I'm figuring out what I want to do with my fucking life. I'm 34. Something needs to happen. And yeah, that's it. Um, Thanks for listening. I'm also wondering if there's anybody else who's kind of in this weird in between thing where you're like older, but you don't have everything in place because, well, you have a mental illness and, you've kind of haven't, you've had some opportunities, but with your, problems or whatever, maybe you haven't been able to get there. And I don't know. And another thing that's weird about being mentally ill and having a, living off Social Security and not having a job and stuff. Um, I mean, there's these weird cult, like, it's weird because I'm poor, there's like these stereotypes and these cliques that people are in. So, like, I'm poor and I'm undereducated. And usually, I know this sounds shitty, but a lot of the time, people who are poor and undereducated like to, I could be, they're into things that are a little seedy sometimes, they're not with the best crowd. And I know that sounds shitty, but yeah, they don't have their shit together either. But what's weird is I'm not into seedy stuff. I don't want to go party anymore. I mean, occasionally I wouldn't mind like having a beer at a bar, but I'm not trying to like get shit faced or, go do a bunch of crazy shit in my 30s, dude. Like, I don't want to do that. And and then there's the other group of 30s something people who are, they're all married, they have kids, they're set in their jobs, their careers, and they're basically like they're set. And so it's weird, like where do I go? Like, who do I talk to? Is this group gonna judge me or is this group gonna judge me? And it's weird because, if it's like I'm fucked either way. But I mean, most poor people usually aren't judgmental, but I mean, it's weird. Like, but I mean, like that thing happened to me though the other time when I went to the housing program. So I mean, you never know. It's fucking weird. And yeah, and I'm not saying all poor people are undereducated and like to party and are seedy, but some are, or quite a few usually. Anyway, the poor people that I've been around are okay. So yeah, that's all I can say about that. Seedy lifestyle. And yeah, I'm not, don't want to be around that. It's not my cup of tea. And I've had enough of that shit in my life. So yeah, and then there's like the rich people. In my mind, they're rich because they have the stuff that they need. You have a car, you have a refrigerator full of food. You're rich. Like, that's how I see it. Anyway, yeah, weird stuff. So yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm in this in-between thing, and I don't want to be there anymore, and I think this is the only way I can fix it, and yeah. So, the end.